What I did, because we was in a club, is I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear what you're saying. What is going on, you beautiful people? Welcome back to the channel. If you are a complete beginner or you're new to martial arts and self-defense training, this is the exact place that you need to be. In this series, we're looking at punching in self-defense, and in today's episode, we're going to be looking at hooks. So hooks are punches that come around from the side. So these are quite good to utilize these if somebody's protecting the front of their face. You can set this up by throwing straight punches so that people block. And then when they block, you can come around the side. So hooks can be used to the head and to the body, but in self-defense, you'd probably be best utilizing these to the face, as there's a lot more vulnerability there. Hitting the lips or the eyes or the jaw for the knockout, things like that, they're what's gonna have the best effect in self-defense. So it's probably best to use your power hand for the hooks. And all I'm saying that for is if I'm in preemptive strike mode and I want to hit, I want to make sure that I'm hitting with my best power that I can do. And it's either going to be my cross, my overhand, or my hook. So hooks deliver a really big amount of force because of the turn of the body and the torque that can be created. Same sort of principles apply of being aware of the teeth and being aware of hitting the hard cheekbones or top of the skull. But when you're throwing your hooks, if you can connect on the jaw, that is a really good place to be punching. It's movable, so this is another one that when you talk to someone and they engage in conversation and their mouth's moving and you can hit them, you can generate a lot of force that way. And also it's a great knockout spot. So when you hit the jaw and the brain rattles, there's that off switch and the people drop. Another thing to worry about if somebody does drop is if they're going to hit their head hard on the concrete or not. So always be very cautious. Punching should not be your first choice. Your first choice should always be using your voice, because the best fight is no fight. You could punch somebody in the ear and stop them if it hurts them. Not necessarily, it's definitely going to work, but hitting somebody in the ear is quite painful. And a punch around the side to the ear is quite a good punch. You can also throw your punch to the temple, which would also have a lovely effect. But again, if you miss that and hit the cheekbone or the skull, you're probably going to hurt your hand quite seriously. Now, a way to use the hook preemptively would be if you was to disguise it and hide it so that you don't see it coming, or so that they don't see it coming. By that, I mean something I've had to do before, a situation where someone was telling me they were going to cause me harm. So what I did, because we was in a club, is I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear what you're saying. So what I did was I was talking to them to make them keep talking, because people's ego will do that. And what I was doing was loading my rear hip and getting ready to go, so that when they started, I said, boom, that's when I threw my shot. And I had a really good degree of success for that as well. Not that I'm advising that you should do that. I'm just saying that that is a way that you could set that up. Pros of the hook. It's hard to see it coming because it comes from a different angle. And like I said, if you throw straight so that they end up blocking their face, it comes around the side. They don't really see it coming, so it causes a blind spot. And you can set it up by causing a blind spot yourself by hiding your motives. Obviously, you are being set up to be hit yourself there, so you really do need to engage and think confidently that this person, you're going to get them before they get you. And you can target the head or the body with this. But like I said, targeting the head's going to give you the most amount of effect out of all of this. So cons of the hook, like the other punches, it requires a lot of body mechanics, so it's really difficult to get this just without practicing. And it also leaves you quite open because there's quite a big gap when you're throwing this punch. As always, if you're enjoying these videos, remember to like, follow and subscribe, and leave me a comment in the comment section with any other material that you guys would like to see.